One of the biggest lies in Clash Royale is that the more Elixir a card costs, the stronger it is. But Clash Royale has proven that sometimes the smallest 1 Elixir cards can completely outplay the biggest, most expensive ones. They're fast, flexible, and insanely valuable, and they're the real reason some decks dominate the arena. So today, we're uncovering the truth behind that lie. Stick around and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. In Clash Royale, there are only a handful of 1 Elixir cards: Skeletons, Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit, Electro Spirit, and Heal Spirit. They might be the cheapest cards in the game, but they all share one powerful trait: instant tempo. For just 1 Elixir, you can cycle your deck faster, force your opponent to respond, or fix your entire card rotation in seconds. That tiny investment doesn't just save you Elixir, it can completely shift the momentum of a match within the next 30 seconds. First up, and probably the most famous of them all, the Ice Spirit. This little snowball with attitude is unlocked in Frozen Peak, Arena 8. For just 1 Elixir, it zips across the arena at lightning speed, dealing splash damage to both air and ground units while freezing everything in a 1.5 tile radius for a solid 1.2 seconds. At level 15, it has 334 hit points, enough to tank a shot from medium damage troops like Musketeer or Executioner, and it deals 159 splash damage. That's absolutely insane for just 1 Elixir. So why is it so strong? Because it's the ultimate time buyer. That freeze can reset charges on Prince or Dark Prince, stall Inferno Dragon before it ramps up, and give your towers or troops that extra second they need to melt an incoming push. Imagine pairing it with a Hog Rider. Drop the Hog, then the Ice Spirit right in front. It freezes any defensive building or swarm, and your Hog gets a free hit or 2 every time. Or use it defensively when a balloon is closing in. Drop the Ice Spirit just as it locks on. That 1.2 second freeze can be the difference between your tower surviving or exploding. It can also fully counter a Goblin Gang for a +2 Elixir trade. Drop it just before the Spear Goblins attack, it freezes the whole squad and your tower handles the rest. It even works as spell bait, forcing out a log or arrows early. Moving from chill to thrill, the Fire Spirit. Unlocked way back in Spell Valley Arena 4, this fiery little daredevil is your splash damage dealer on a budget. For just 1 Elixir, the Fire Spirit blazes across the arena with very fast speed, leaps 2.5 tiles, and explodes in a burst of flame that hits both air and ground units. At level 15, it packs 334 hit points, just enough to tank a shot from a Musketeer, and delivers 301 area damage that wipes out low HP troops instantly. It's literally a mini fireball with legs. So what makes it so good? Simple, pure value in crowds. Skeletons? Gone. Bats? Gone. Minions? Extra crispy. For just 1 Elixir, it clears entire pushes, stalls enemy swarms, and protects your win condition like a bodyguard on fire. That's why Furnace decks never die. Think about it, 4 Elixir for a building that spawns 7 Fire Spirits over time. Each one forces your opponent to react, defend, or waste a spell. It's cheap, relentless pressure that chips away while defending everything in sight. Offensively, the Fire Spirit can be surprisingly clutch. Pair it with a Miner for a sneaky chip. It jumps first, tanks the Princess Tower shot, and explodes right on the tower for that extra burn damage. It's a tiny combo, but it adds up fast. Defensively, it's the Swarm Killer Supreme. Facing lava pups after a hound explodes? Drop a Fire Spirit just as they spawn, and poof, the pups are gone, and your tower stays clean. Against Goblin Gang or Wall Breakers, a perfectly timed Fire Spirit completely flips the trade. 1 Elixir to stop 3 or 4. That's value. And here's a 2025 meta tip. In Ram Rider or Bridge Spam decks, combine Fire Spirit with Zap to instantly clear Wall Breakers or Goblins, mid-push. It might seem like a neutral trade, but that tiny burst of control lets your ramp connect every single time. Feeling aggressive? Go for bait plays.
Spam Fire Spirit at the bridge to force your opponent's log, arrows, or snowball, and when they bite, drop your real threat.
Now, let's shock things up with the Electro Spirit, the chain stump prodigy from Spell Valley. Just like the Fire Spirit, it costs only 1 elixir, but what it brings to the arena is control, precision, and pure chaos for your opponent's troops. Moving at very fast speed with the 4-tile jump range, this little ball of lightning leaps to up to 9 targets, stunning each for 0.5 seconds and dealing 145 damage per chain at level 15. With 334 hit points, it's tanky enough to survive small spells or chip hits, and its ability to hit both air and ground makes it one of the most versatile cycle cards in the game. So why is it so broken? Because it doesn't just damage, it disrupts. That half-second stun might sound small, but in Clash Royale, that's the difference between a connected Sparky Beam and a reset one. It stops Inferno Dragon charges, Sparky Blasts, and even Battle Ram charges. Against Witch, Mother Witch, or Skeleton Army, it chains through the minions like a live wire, leaving your tower untouched. In Double Elixir, Electro Spirit shines brightest. Picture this. A balloon plus lumberjack push flying in under rage. Drop your E-Spirit. It chains through the ball, stuns it mid-air, and gives your arrows or Tesla that crucial half-second to delete the push. That's 1 elixir saving you 10 elixir worth of panic. Offensively, it's just as sneaky. Combine Electro Spirit plus Fire Spirit for 2 elixir, and you've got an instant removal combo for princesses, archers, or firecrackers. It's more total damage than log, hits air, and forces out spells like a pro bait tool. Drop it at the bridge and watch your opponent waste a zap or log, just in time for your Goblin Barrel or Wall Breakers to connect. In decks like Hog Cycle or Phoenix Control, Electro Spirit is your reset and tempo tool. It lets you cycle faster, keep infernal threats in check, and maintain constant pressure without overcommitting.
Time for some TLC, the Heal Spirit, unlocked in Rascal's Hideout Arena 13. Don't underestimate this tiny glowing orb. It's the ultimate lifesaver in Clash Royale. Moving at very fast speed, it leaps onto its target for 159 splash damage, then bursts into a 2.5 tile healing field that pulses 4 times over 4 seconds, restoring 584 HP per second at level 15. With 334 hit points and the ability to hit air and ground, it's one of the most cost-efficient cards in the entire game. In a sustain-heavy meta, Heal Spirit keeps your troops alive long enough to break through defenses. Drop it behind Royal Hogs after a fireball, and they'll heal right through the damage to melt a tower. Use it in Golem or Giant decks to top off your support troops mid-push. Suddenly that Baby Dragon or Night Witch survives longer, and your push doesn't die halfway across the bridge. It's even a quiet counter to poison. The healing pulses outpace the poison ticks, keeping your troops standing when they should be gone. Against Mother Witch, deploy close enough to die instantly. You'll prevent the cursed hog spawn and heal your front line at the same time. And defensively, it's sneaky. Use it to pull and heal. Place it just right and it'll redirect the miner, bandit, or ghost while triggering a heal that keeps your defender alive.
Pair Heal Spirit with Musketeers or Snowball for insane sustain. It keeps your win condition alive through chip damage and guarantees those extra tower hits. In Royal Hogs decks, it's next level. Drop the Heal Spirit right after your Hogs take spell damage and they'll recover instantly to keep hammering the tower like nothing happened.
Heal Spirit is thriving in Royal Hogs plus Archer Queen, Phoenix plus Giant, and Lumberloon Rage decks. When your opponent relies on spell cycling, this 1 elixir card punishes them hard, turning what looks like a perfect defense into a failed trade. From day one in Goblin Stadium, these tiny bone warriors have been the definition of maximum value for minimum cost. For just 1 elixir, you get 3 fast melee ground attackers, each with 119 hit points and 119 damage per hit at level 15, swinging every 1.1 seconds for a combined 357 DPS. That's absolutely wild for a card that costs less than a single tick of elixir regeneration. The power of skeletons isn't just in their damage, it's in their versatility. They can distract, defend, cycle, and bait all at once.
Drop them against a P.E.K.K.A. or mini P.E.K.K.A. and they'll melt it with tower support for a massive +4 or +5 elixir trade. Need to fix your hand in a 2.6 cycle deck? Split them behind the king tower to keep tempo without wasting a drop. Every pro player uses them not because they're flashy, but because they do everything, everywhere, instantly. Meta play. Skeletons are still one of the most skill-expressive cards in the game. Against Bandit, place them 2 tiles from your tower just before the dash. Instant double tower punishment for 1 elixir. Facing Goblin Barrel? Split your skeletons right as the goblins land. They'll redirect 1 goblin toward your king tower, triggering activation for the rest of the match. That's next level value. Synergy alert. Combine skeletons plus ice golem and you've got one of the most efficient defensive duos ever. Ice golem tanks and slows while the skeletons shred everything behind. In Hog 2.6, they're the unsung heroes, the glue that holds the entire defense together. Infirmer Dragon locking on? Drop skeletons around it and they'll reset its beam while dishing out crazy DPS. Cracker, Hunter, Breaker all crumble under a perfectly timed skeleton surround. Even with more flashy cards coming out, skeletons remain a core cycle tool in decks like Hog 2.6, Expo 3.0, and Mortar Cycle. Their value isn't in raw stats, it's in the decisions they create. They make opponents hesitate, misplay spells, and overcommit. In the end, 1 elixir cards are the definition of smart value in Clash Royale. They keep your deck fast, your defense efficient, and your opponent constantly reacting. Whether it's cycling, distracting, or clutch saving a tower, these tiny cards create massive impact for almost nothing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, and tell me in the comments, what's your favorite 1 elixir card and why? See you in the next video.